Welcome back to Nllw for the third series of 2025. We have the Houston Hurricanes playing their first series of the season against the San Francisco Spartans, coming off a big series win against the Outlaws in a 2-1 series win. No.
Logan Danielson, St. Francis Xavier Elementary.
Jay Fades, up there in my sky base. Brody Haig, Kid Care, preschool.
Rand Rude, Kids Grow, preschool.
Bracken Bruska, North Winds Elementary.
Carson Fowl, Tatanka Elementary.
Well, the Spartans are led by Grant Rudd, along with Brecken Bruska and Carson Fowl today. Dawson Cuff and David Kunzer are gone for today's series. Here we go, the first pitch of the series. Logan making his Nllw debut here. Ball one.
Yeah.
And he stays alive. 4-2 pitch. Strike three, he's out. Didn't matter. Strikes out looking on a slider, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's the 4-0 pitch to Justin. Pitch. And it's ball 5 high. He reaches with a walk. And now Brody, the captain, is up to bat with 1 out. 2-1 pitch from Brecken to Brody. Swings, hits it, ground ball.
You're there.
And it's on second, and he's out. He's out at second. And that will end the inning. It's a fielder's choice. We can go, we can review it, but we'll do a quick review. After review, the tie goes to the runner, so Justin is safe at second base, and it's a fielder's choice safe. And now Logan Danielson is up to bat with 1 out. The 1-1 pitch to Logan. 1 out. Swings, hits it, ground ball. He fields it. Did it hit you? Did it hit him? Yeah, he's out. No, you weren't on the base if it hit you. Okay, that's an out. It ends the inning, and the Hurricanes are now pitching. And Justin Erickson will be the starting pitcher for game 1, 0-0. The 4-1 pitch to Grant. Ball 5, take your base. Grant walks in the first AB of the game. Here's the pitch, 4-2. Ball 5 outside, walks 2 batters in a row. And now Carson Fowl is up to bat with no outs. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Hits it, right back up to Justin. Throws it, he's out. Out at third. That's a fielder's choice by Justin to Logan. And there's 1 out. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Grant. Hits it, up. And Justin catches it for the second out of the inning. And they get out of the bottom of the first with no runs allowed after 2 walks. And there was some great pitching there on both sides in the first inning. It's 0-0 heading to the top of the second. Here's the pitch, 1-1. Hits it, and that's foul! No, it was foul. It was foul. Absolutely pissed on, but foul. That was way gone. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Justin with no outs. Strike 3. He watches it. And now Brody is up to bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brody with 1 out. Strike 3 off the top of the pipe with a disgusting slider by Brecken Bruska. And he gets out of the top of the second. We're heading to the bottom of the second, 0-0. Here's the 4-1 pitch to Brecken. Hits it way deep, and it's gone! A home run! Way over the fence. And that's the first home run of the series for Brecken, and that's his 5th of the season. The 5th home run of the season for Brecken. Way over, with absolutely no wind to help it. Goes over by a good solid 20 feet. It's 1-0 Spartans. Here's the pitch, 4-1. The lob. He swings, hits it, and it's short of the fence. The 4-0 pitch to Grant. Ball outside. Take your base. First and second now for Brecken coming off his 5th home run of the season. He's up to bat once again. The 0-0 pitch to Brecken. Hits it right back up to Justin. And there's nobody there. There's nobody anywhere, and he's safe with an infield single. And now Carson Fowl is up to bat with no outs and the bases juiced. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Throws a lob to Carson. Hits it deep, and it's gone. Where is it? Oh no, it's not over. It's not over, and he's safe. He falls over the fence, and the fence is almost broken. He did not catch it, and there's gonna be some repairs needed to happen. The fence comes down. What side of the fence? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hits it deep. It's off the fence. Brecken stays, and he's safe. It's another RBI single. There's another single off the fence. The Spartans are hitting the ball deep, just right off the fence. Multiple home runs could have been hit already. It's 3-0 in the bottom of the second. Here's the full count pitch to Brecken with no outs. Swings at it, hits it up the middle. He flips it. He's out at second. There's 1 out. The runners are on first and third, but it scores a run. It's 4-0 in the bottom of the second. The 4-1 pitch to Carson. Ball 5, take your base. Bases are loaded for Grant with 1 out. Here's a 3-2 pitch for Justin. Strike 3, he strikes him out to end the inning. It's 4-0 heading to the top of the third. This is the Hurricanes' last chance. Hurricanes' last chance, they need 4 runs to stay in the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hits it high, deep, and it drops for a single for Logan.
I'm running the base.
Logan Danielson with the hit. I think that's his first career hit for Logan Danielson, and he hits the celly. The full count pitch to Justin. Ball outside. Take your base. Justin fights down 2-2, and he gets a walk. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swings, hits it. It's a ground ball. He steps on third, and that's the first out of the inning. That's a fielder's choice made by Grant Rudd out in at basically shortstop, you could say. First and second now for the leadoff hitter Logan Danielson. Hey, you want to move that bat, Logan? Wait, it's 3-2, right?
Yeah.
3-2 pitch, 1 out, 1 more strike will end the game. Pitch, strike 3, and it ends the game. A strikeout and a shutout from Brecken Bruska on the bump. He throws a shutout. It's 4-0, the final score. The Spartans win game 1. And game 2, the Hurricanes will be home. First game of the series ends 4-0.
Yo.
The 0-0 pitch. Ball outside. Here's the full count pitch to Grant. No outs. Ball inside. Ball 5. He takes a walk.
Actually deep.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hits it deep. And it's gone again. A home run for Brecken Bruska for Brody Haig. Starts the game off hot. It's 2-0. Brecken's second home run of the series. And it was pissed on. And here comes Brecken around home plate and hits a celly for the home run, his 6th of the season. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Strike 3, he's out. That's a first out of the inning. Carson strikes out, and now Grant Rudd is up to bat again for the second time in the inning. It's full count with 1 out to Grant. Ball outside, he leaves it, takes a walk, and now Brecken, with 2 home runs on the day already, is up to bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brecken. Strike 3 at 57 miles per hour. He strikes him out to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the first where it's 2-0 Spartans as Brody strikes out 2 in that inning. And Logan will be up to bat. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Logan. Swings, hits it high, and it's popped up and he catches it for the first out of the inning. Logan pops out. And now Justin Erickson is up to bat. Here's the pitch. 0-2 to Justin. Right down the middle, strikes him out. Strike three. That's the second out of the inning. And we're going to the top of the second where it's 2-0. A quick inning by Brecken Bruska. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's it deep. It's off the fence. And that's a single for Carson. He pisses on it and it's off the fence. Here's the pitch to Grant. Hits it high.
Get back, Carson. Get
High.
back.
And Justin catches it for the first out of the inning. Grant flies out and Brecken Bruska is up to bat. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hits it! Yeah! And it's gone again! Oh my gosh! Brecken putting on a home run derby here in series number 3. It is now 4-0. Another 2-run home run for Brecken Bruska, and he's making a great case for MVP and Silver Slugger right now, with that being his 7th home run of the season through 5 games.
Damn. Let's go.
He's on pace to beat the record by a lot.
It's your clutching up.
You will eventually.
4-0. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Brody to Carson. Strike 3! He strikes him out to end the inning, but not before 4-run score, all off of Brecken Bruska home runs. Brecken Bruska home runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Brody. Hits it deep, and it's caught by Carson. What an outstanding, not intentional play at all. Fly ball, and he drops it, but then catches it before it hits the ground. Lost it in the sun, and that's the first out of the inning. And Logan is up to bat. And there's a pitching change. Grant Rudd for Logan Danielson. What? Here's the 1-0 pitch to Logan. Hits it on the ground. He throws it, and he's out. He's out at first. We're yeah, he's out at first, and we're heading to the top of the third.
Go, Brecken. Good throw.
It's a great fielding play by Brecken at shortstop, making a great case for MVP right now.
We're gonna win.
Here's the full count pitch to Grant with no outs. Strike 3, he's out. Grant strikes out for the first out of the top of the third. It's still 4-0.
I had one in all 3 games, the last series.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Brecken. Strike 3, he's out at 55 miles per hour. That's going to end the top of the third. And we're going to the bottom of the third where the Hurricanes need 4 runs again to stay in the game. And Grant Rudd will be closing it out. Here's the full count pitch. Strike 3, strikes him out. That's the first out of the inning. And that's strike 3. And here is an alert for a perfect game in Nllw. No base runners have been on for the Hurricanes yet. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ball low. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Brody. Hits it! Fair ball on the ground. That's a single for Brody to break up the perfect game. And the no-hitter for the San Francisco Spartans. There was 2 strikes. And he makes it on base for the first hit of the game and first base run of the game for the Hurricanes. Here's the 4-1 pitch. He shows the bunt with the bunt line. The 4-1 pitch. Ball 5. Take your base. He reaches. Now Justin is up the bat with 1 out. Here it is. Full count. First and second. 1 out. The pitch. Strike 3 to end the game. That ends the game. They win 4-0 for the second time in a row. Both games ended in 4-0 scores. They take the series, but we head to game 3. Game 3 and the Spartans are home. No earned runs. No runs scored through 2 innings. With 2 games. And that's a series win for the Spartans.
Mac, do you know how many hits I have?
As they improve
Starting out.
to
I think I have 2
4
hits at most.
and 1. on the season,
I've
looking
been watching.
like a solid number 1 and favorite team.
I think
Almost
I've been,
halfway through their
I think I've
season.
been watching 5.
Here's Carson starting on the bump in game 3, the pitch to Logan. High, ball 1. Here's the 4-0 pitch. Ball 5, he takes his base. And Logan reaches on a walk, and now Justin Erickson is up to bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Justin. No outs. Strike 3, he's out. And now Brody's up to bat after the strikeout, and Carson gets a strikeout. Here's the 4-1 pitch. Ball 5, take your base. And Logan's up to bat with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's the full count pitch to Logan with 1 out. Strike 3, he's out. That ends the top of the first. We're going to the bottom of 1 with the Spartans throwing another shutout inning. 7 innings in a row with no runs scored for the Hurricanes. And Grant Rudd will be leading off. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Grant. Hits it. 59. Fair ball. And he's safe with an infield single on a 59-mile-per-hour pitch. He makes it to first. No, that's a single right past the bunt line. Just barely past the bunt line. And we have a pitching change. Logan Danielson coming in for Brody Haig. Here's the pitch. 0-1. Swings at it. Hits it. And it's an infield single for Brecken. And he reaches. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Logan to Carson. Strike 3, he's out. He strikes him out for the first out of the inning. And Grant Rudd is back up to bat after a hit. Here's the pitch. 1-2 to Grant. 1 out. Hits it down the line. It's fair. It hit him. He's out. He's out running third. That ends the inning. And that was a very clutch play by Brody Haig. Very clutch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He hits it right back to Grant, and he fields it, and he's out. First out of the inning. A ground out by Justin. Puts it in play. And it's just like the pitch is live. Full count to Brody. Ball low. He walks. Someone on first for Logan Danielson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. He's out to end the inning. Ends the inning. It's still 0-0 heading to the bottom of the second. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Brecken again. Hits it deep in. Brody catches it for the first out of the bottom of the second. 0-0.
Way to make a pitch.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Carson. 1 out. Strike 3 on a disgusting pitch. I believe it was a riser, and it was gross.
Did it hit the zone too?
Yes, it hit the zone. And we're going to the top of the third, scoreless, 0-0. The Hurricanes are yet to score a run, but here they come to the top of the third. 4-2, full count. Strike 3, he's out for the first out of the inning. 1 out away to go to the bottom of the third where they have a chance to walk it off. But here's Brody Haig up to bat. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Brody. Hits it, fair ball, right back to Brecken. And he misses him! He misses him, and he's safe at first on an error. Brecken tries to throw it at him to end the inning, but he misses. And that gives the Hurricanes a second chance. Here's the pitch, 0-0. Hits it, ground ball, throws it. It's not there, he's safe. Safe at second. Here's the pitch, full count to Justin. 1 out. Ball low. He takes a walk to load the bases for Brody Haig, the captain. The bases are now loaded. Looking for their first run of the series. Brody is up to bat in the top of the third. Here we are, 3-2 again to Brody. Bases loaded. Hits it, foul ball into the strike zone for strike 3. That ends the inning. They're going to the bottom of the third where the Spartans need 1 run to walk it off. Here's the full count pitch to Grant. with no outs. Ball outside, he walks. And now Brecken is up to bat with no outs.
Hey, chat, I'm calling a walk-off.
Brecken, this is
Here's the pitch.
Perfect, deep center field. Okay.
Hits it high. It's catchable. And it's caught by Justin for the first out of the inning. One more out, and we are going to extra innings. Here is Carson Fowl with a chance to walk it off. Yet to hit a home run this season. Could it be his first? Here is the 2-2 pitch to Carson. One out. Bottom of the third. Throws it. Hits it deep, and it's
Gone! It's gone.
It was foul.
No,
Foul ball. It's foul ball.
Just no.
It
Review
was
it.
foul.
It might have landed fair.
It was foul.
No, we want to.
After the review, it is a foul ball, no walk-off. Could have been his first career home run, and it would have been a walk-off, but it was just foul. And it's still a 2-2 count. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Carson. Strike three into the zone. He tips it after the foul home run. It could have changed the game. And now the Hurricanes are still in the game. We're heading to extra innings. Top of the fourth. 0-0. Here we go. 3-0. Here's the pitch. 3-0. Hits it deep, and it's off the top of the fence.
You're joking.
Off the top of the fence, and it was a deep hit for Logan Danielson.
Good hit, Logan.
Almost his first career home run. The number 1 overall pick in the draft almost just went yard. The 2-0 pitch to Justin. Hits it! And it's foul again!
You're joking.
Foul again! Another foul home run for
promised
Justin
that's foul.
Erickson. I promise it's foul. It was foul.
Foul.
It was. Yeah. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Justin. Strike three, he's out. He strikes out, and now Brody's up to bat with one out. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Strike three! A slurve-like slider, and he chucks the bat. We're going to the bottom of the fourth, and the Spartans are up to bat. It's 0-0 still. Here's the pitch. 3-1. Hits it up the middle, and that's going to be a hit for Grant Rudd to start off the bottom of the third.
Come on, Brecken.
And the back of the dirt is not that from the mound. Hits it high, deep, and he catches it one-handed. What the heck? The game was almost over because Brody just tried to make a one-handed play. He made it. He made the one-handed play, so there's now one out in the inning. Here we are. The 0-2 pitch to Carson. Strike three. We're going to the fifth inning in game 3 of this series. It is 0-0. And Logan is up to bat. Logan Danielson is up to bat. 54. Here's the pitch. Hits it! Oh! Up! And it's caught! It curls back out. It would have been a hit, but it goes back, comes back to Carson for the first out of the inning. Here's the 4-1 pitch. Hits him. Ball 5. He walks to get them started this inning, and Brody Hegg is up to bat.
Watch the other at-bats. Watch them.
Yep. Here's a pitch. Full count. Ball high. He takes his base. First and second for Logan Danielson, who's been seeing the ball pretty well as of recently. First and second with a chance to put some runs up on the board for the Hurricanes. 2-0. Here's a 2-0 pitch. He swings, hits it, and he's out to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th, where it is 0-0. No runs scored. And here's a chance for the Spartans to walk it off in game 3. Here's the 1-1 pitch in the bottom of the 5th. Hits it high, and it's caught by Logan for the first out of the inning. First out of the inning is on a pop out by Grant Rudd. And now Brecken Brusca is up to bat with a chance to walk this game off. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Hits it. Fair ball. It's fair. Throws it. And he's safe at first with a single. Gets past the bunt line by about 2 inches. And now here, Carson Fowl is up to bat. And here's the 3-2 pitch again to Carson. 1 out. Strike 3, it strikes him out at 57 miles per hour. A perfect pitch. And we're going to the top of the 6th inning. 0-0. No runs scored in 5 innings. Wow. Does not happen like at all in NLW. But here you're seeing it today. The 4-1. Hits it.
Go.
Ground ball. Brecken.
You're beating it.
He's safe. That's an infield single for his first career hit. No, that's in play. For his first career hit, he beat it out. And Justin gets on in the top of the 6th. No outs for number 13, Brody Hegg. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swings, hits it high. Brecken catches it with one hand, and that's the first out of the inning. A one-handed catch by Brecken Bruska. The 2-0 pitch. Hits it, fair ball. He's running, he bobbles it, and they're safe everywhere. And Justin Erickson is up to bat after an infield single by Logan Danielson in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out. First and second with 1 out in the top of the 6th. The pitch. Ball 5, and he walks. Bases are loaded for Brody with 1 out. Here's Grant with the pitch. Ball 5, take your base. Walks in a run. It's 1-0 Hurricanes in the top of the 6th inning. And Logan Danielson is up to bat. Pitching change, Brecken Bruska for Grant Rudd. 3-2. 1 out, bases loaded for Logan. Hits it, ground ball. And he's out. Ends the inning, but they score 1 run. And here are the Spartans with a chance to walk it off. Here's the pitch, 4-1 to Grant.
Yes.
Ball 5, he takes his base. And Brecken is up to bat with a chance to walk it off. In the bottom of the 6th, 4-1. Ball outside, ball 5. First and second for Carson Fowl. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Carson. Strike 3, he's out. First out of the inning. They're 1 out away from winning their first game of the season, first game in franchise history. Bottom of the 6th with 1 out. And the captain, Grant Rudd, is up to bat. Here's the 4-1 pitch to Grant. Ball 5. Oh, that hurt. Ball 5. They walk him. Bases are loaded for Brecken Bruska with 1 out. And there's a pitching change. Brody for Logan. Bases loaded and 1 out. Bases loaded. 1 out to Brecken. He hits it, and it's dropped. And he's safe, and the game is tied at 1-1. And here's a chance for the Spartans to walk it off now, or send us to the 7th inning. Here's the 4-0 pitch to Carson. Ball 5, and it ends the game. The Spartans complete the sweep with a 2-1 final score. And that is a walk-off walk in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's a walk-off walk for the San Francisco Spartans, and they improved to 5-1 on the season after they complete the sweep over the Houston Hurricanes.
Oh yeah, it's a walk.
I'm here with the Spartans after winning the series in a sweep 3-0 and allowing 1 run the entire series while scoring 10, outscoring their opponents by 9 runs in the series. How do you feel you guys did as a team today?
I think we did really well considering we only gave up 1 run the whole series. And with all the hits we had, which was not too much, I think we did pretty well.
Do you think that last inning was a fluke, or do you think that was like pure skill in that very last inning? Think it was a lucky inning where they
For them.
For them?
For us.
Okay. Well,
Just ask.
We'll go to Carson. How do you feel like you did personally today?
I think I did all right. A lot of improvement, you know. Gotta watch the ball a little more. I hit the zone a couple times. I could have sworn I hit it, but you know, I think I overall did like a B. I think could do a little better next series. Ready for improvement.
That's great. How do you feel like you did personally, Grant?
I think I could do a lot better. Didn't have too much hits today, but I drew a lot of walks. I think I did pretty good on that bump too.
That's great. Now, Bracken, how do you feel with 7 home runs on the season, 3 this series, and I mean on the bump, maybe you allowed 0 runs this series on the bump. So
I feel pretty good. I hit some tanks today. I don't think they liked it really. They were kind of chirping, but I responded. My pitching was pretty much on point. I'm trying to learn a new pitch, so that'll be out next series.
okay. Well, great to see it. They're 5-1 now. We're at the Houston Hurricanes after the tough series loss against the Spartans. How do you guys feel you guys did overall today?
Like I said, we got to be able to hit. I mean, collectively, all of us. We got to be able to put runs on the board. 1 run in 3 games is not going to be enough. Any day of the week, it's not going to be enough. Our pitching was great. We're always throwing strikes. We just got to make plays in the field. Got to get these outs. So, yeah.
Do you think that missing David led to any of this, or do you think this was just a bad day for you guys?
This is just a bad day. We got to be able to hit. That's all I got to say. It sucks only putting up 1 run.
Yeah. We'll go to Justin first. How do you feel you did overall today?
Overall, I think I definitely could hit the ball a little better, a little more confidence. I think overall all our pitching was pretty on point. And it's just some stupid mistakes that we can fix. In the first 2 games, we let up only 8 runs to a team that scored 22 in 1 game. So I think honestly, we can get there if we just get the confidence and lock in.
Yeah. What about you, Logan? How do you feel you did overall today?
I mean, I pitched great. Couldn't come in clutch in the last inning, but hitting-wise, a couple strikeouts. Not proud of it, but otherwise, I made contact, put it in play. Just couldn't find the gaps.
Yeah. Seems like a big trend for the Hurricanes today. How do you feel you did overall, Brody?
I did horrible. As a captain, I can't be getting 2, maybe 1 hit for the entire series. That's just, I gotta be able to hit better. And I mean, I gotta be able to pitch back in those last few innings. It sucks. That's all I gotta say.
Well, yeah, that's it for today, folks.